What you want me to play some franchise or some
Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this.
I still want to get Madden.
I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Then I did the dash, can I catch me roll? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me roll? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I'm with the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay. Yeah. Can I hit that? Okay. Yeah. Can I hit that? Can I hit that? Okay. Can I hit that? Yeah. Stars born, I've been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these eyes ain't got nothing on them. I secured the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing, ooh. Only winning is exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew. Ooh. Only winning is exception on my crew. Yeah, ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay. Yeah. Can I hit that? Okay. Yeah. Can I hit that? Okay. Yeah. Can I hit that? Okay. Yeah. Can I hit that?
Like my style, don't ya? Nights like this, I wish I was with ya. On my turf, roll out the Henry Rux. She like when I hit the receiver. Friend hop in, this is a four-seater. Made a yank straight out the wood, I'm Derek Jeter. Major leaguer, no fatigue. We don't get no handout, we don't get no Magarinas. Never gon' throw your back out, tryna work, you need a breather. I need a break. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me, down with me. Won't you get down with me, down with me? talking to. Roll up that Sinatra, fly like mama to the moon. Shit.
Irresponsible without your money or not. Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hand on the clock. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hand on the clock. Come like a bat of the hell, I dare you to cross like a reverend. In my energy paralyzed, I'm like I'm finger 11. Take a second, I'm finna send it like a parent. A message to the best.
I'm letting you know everyone knows that that at the end of the practice today, you will be the name of starter for the rest of the season. That will it be. It doesn't matter how hope I have to jump through and keep winning with won't shake me. There you go, that's how you prove yourself, my guy. Came off my energy and I fucking won. Let's go. Fucking fully healthy, bro.
And that's okay, cause I'm competing with me, not you. I live with blessings like I can't stop sneezing, not you. I hate to break about me and myself top two. I blow away the competition like a ball of hot soup. And there's no catch. I go and get the bag and I'm not bringing it back. I'm like a down QB, I put the pain in the past. And if you ever had a problem, promise I didn't ask. So it's 444 in the car.
All right, fellas, listen up. We talked about this all week. This league has too many good teams for us to win games with average performance. It takes perfection. So let's be perfect today, fellas. Small steps in the right direction. That's what we've been talking about. And you know what? Today you took a lot of those small steps. I'm proud of you. Keep it up.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it?
I knew what Coach called me in to talk about. But even then, it didn't make the moment any easier. I'd given it my best, but ended up losing the position to the other guy. After that, I had a couple of days to think about the next.
After the roster battle, you suddenly found yourself a star without a team. What did you do next?
made it known I was ready to play for whoever was willing to give me the opportunity.
Oh, I'm with the Vikings, my guy? Oh, this is gay. They replaced me, my guy. That's some booty cheeks, bro. You see that, babe? They keep putting me on different teams, man.
Today, from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's Week 10 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Tyler Bass about ready to get us going. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. Taking it about the 1. Well, a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
For first and 10.
So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And a look here at their go-to guy under center. So first and 10 now from the 30. A first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Here's Hall, off the play fake. We'll find Gabriel Davis. Touchdown!
Let's go with the new team.
Gabriel Davis, his first touchdown of the year. And the Vikings have taken a first quarter lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. A long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Cardinals making their way out, and it's the #1 overall pick in 2019, Kyler Murray at the helm.
Babe, what happened to your Eagles? They should have made another touchdown. Oh, which they did, and they... Yeah. Never mind.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Sliding it, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
He'll buy some time right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice and it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point. A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Off the play fake. Hall. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a 1st.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Hall. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. And it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Hall. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free. And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2.
From the gun, Murray, and His throw here's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
A Cardinal first down, Murray to Hopkins.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. Third and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
And showcasing those strong legs on that run. Getting through one tackle. Gosh, he winds up getting 8 there.
On the pickup, brings up 2nd and 2.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Vikings 7, Cardinals nothing.
2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Fuck.
Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Shotgun now for Murray. He's got it. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
Complete.
From 10 yards out. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard.
And you want to talk about active hands. These guys, these defensive backs, these linebackers, they've had active hands.
Almost reminds you of those great basketball teams, the ones that really defend. And we talk about the length that they have and able to get their hands on balls and have deflections and knock them away. That's what we're seeing here. Very difficult to get a pass into a receiver because there's always someone in the lanes.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks.
And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown on the season, and the Vikings have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. Going after right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The football going back over to Arizona now. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, Murray, his throw incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. So they went 2 yards in the wrong direction on the last pass play, and now it's 3rd and 12.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And it's fielded at the 34. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard run. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes. No interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him.
And they say it's caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
The try here for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
At the 30-yard line.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Murray strong complete to Hopkins. And he lost the football. And this belongs to the Vikings.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
First down, here's the run with Cook. This will be stopped at 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Isaiah Simmons.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 38.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
At the 35-yard line.
Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there and a first down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off.
Ball carrier.
The tackle by Matthew Ioannidis. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further.
Vikings 24, Cardinals 7.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
25-yard.
Now Kyler Murray ready to get back under center. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Murray now on first down. That's going to be caught by Kirk. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our... And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Now this will make it into the end zone. And the half will begin with a touchback. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. First down, Murray. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
First down.
On first down, Melvin. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
On the carry.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll keep it on the ground. Melvin. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Shy of midfield. It's a gain of 6. First down, Cardinals.
To throw is Murray. And his pass incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of the corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 34-yard line. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit. Murray now on first down. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
First down.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
Vikings 16-yard line.
A 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On 3rd down, Melvin. He's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
Murray going to throw. This is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals cut into that lead. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again. Hall. He goes right back to Jefferson, and this one complete. Justin Jefferson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done. It's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays, the long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Looking to throw again on second down. Murray has the first down and more. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, you want this from your lead. The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
I made a field goal there.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Operating from the gun. Murray. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. The Cardinals on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7.
First down, Arizona.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hopkins. And he's taken down inside the 30. That goes for 14 yards. First down, Cardinals.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down.
First down.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. They'll roll him out right. And now he's going to use his legs. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Cardinals get a bit closer.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Extra point splits the uprights. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. The fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They run it again with Cook. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And down to the 28-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
2 yards on
this, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Down right around the 25. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now this will make it into the end zone, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
at their own 25-yard
The football going back over to Arizona now. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Now far right side taken in here to start this drive. He's at the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. This will be caught inside the 10. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
Arizona.
Did you see how the linebackers froze for just a second? That's why you run play action. You want to keep them rooted in the spot and create a little bit of extra space so your tight end can find some room behind him. And then the quarterback finds his target downfield, and he turns it into 6 points.
Extra point right down the middle. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. And they knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Throwing the out route and complete. That's Hopkins. And able to get a little more breathing room out to the 5-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
Today's final score.
Like Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Minnesota, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Arizona, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle.
The date. Oh, well, then fuck the Texans, my guy. Yeah. I can give a about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher.
A big win in your debut with a new team. What a rush that must have been.
I was just glad to put it all in the past and get back to doing what I love. Playing football.
You hit the ground of running with the Vikings and immediately go to on the hot streak to end the regular season. Hey man, what's rolling ride? It's been for you. It's year I was. Your X Factor starting at the starting line. On and staying on. Can't be stopped. 15 break tricks for the next game. Let's fucking go. Goal is make 5 touchdowns along a greatest touchdowns the Saints. Oh damn, we're 11-5 now. Oh man, about to bring this team to the Super Bowl, my guy. Austin Hopes.
Tonight, from the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans, It's the NFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports.
One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who'll be calling the plays under center.
And if he and his guys want to spring the upset here in the second round and move on, they've got to focus on the good that they did in the wild card victory. At the top of that list, protecting the football. Got a little careless last week. A few got away from him. Might not be so fortunate this time around. And if that's the case, they'll end up going home.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Vikings.
Oh, yes.
Justin Jefferson, 73 yards. And the Vikings have taken a first quarter lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
All in all, he was pretty solid in the victory in the wild card round and threw a couple of touchdowns. And when it comes to quarterback play, you'd always love spectacular. But in the playoffs, you'll take solid. And that's exactly what they're looking for from him again in this contest.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, West. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
West's pass.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Operating from the gun, West. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Caleb Chason coming in to drop it for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
How about that? You get your points on the opening drive, then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go.
There's a hush indeed. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
The tackle made.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and
on the carry, it's Cook.
Dalvin
For
Cook.
the Vikings and Saints, you might recall they battled in the wild card round a season ago, and it was the guys in purple who came in and pulled off the upset, with Kirk Cousins finding Kyle Rudolph in the end zone in overtime to sew up a... And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
The kicker on.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will make it into the end zone, and this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. From the gun, West. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
To number 45. A gain of 10 makes it 3rd and 3.
From the gun on 3rd down. West. In trouble, and he's taken down.
The quarterback sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield, get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And he fields it cleanly. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Big seam, and he might go all the way. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, 57 yards. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
And it is now 21-0. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6.
Come on, I want to play for Saints. I can make Saints from too.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And the throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 30 before being taken down. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
1-yard line.
On 1st and 10, West looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Waters. 7 yards, the pickup there.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 30.
21-0 our score after 1.
The first quarter with the score Vikings 21, Saints nothing.
To throw on 2nd down. West. McKinnon here is complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 17-yard line. They get 17 down to the 17, and it's a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From left side complete. That's Schroeder. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
At the 9-yard line.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. And this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. West. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Alex Highsmith gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. From the gun on 3rd down. West. And he's got it.
Beautiful.
Touchdown, Saints. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you'll quit a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
25-yard line.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll run on 1st down. Cook. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
He's tackled.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here. A very eventful divisional round weekend. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 18. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there, picking up the 1st down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
The intended target there was Gabriel Davis, but it's going to be 2nd down. To throw again. Hall to the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended target there was Gabriel Davis. 3rd down here.
Marshawn Lattimore there defensively.
Operating from the gun. Hall got an open man, finding Jefferson. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead.
The kicker.
And always a good 1st half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. K'Lavon Chaisson able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. To throw on third down, West. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is going to have the Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we send you on over to Orlando for an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. This taken in about 4 yards deep, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it first and 10. From the gun, West looking middle, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. From the gun on 3rd down. West. And he'll hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Number 84, incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Again, it's Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
On the carry.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now Hall on 3rd down. From the left side, it's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Operating from the gun. Hall. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Hall gonna throw again. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there, and it's third down.
It's third down and 10 yards.
From the gun, Hall uncorks one for Davis, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Set to take over once again. Out comes the Saints offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Operating from the gun, West. And he's got his man on the out route. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A gain of 9.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
That was an example of excellent defense there. They stumped him. So now he brings up a third down situation. If I'm calling plays here, I make sure I put it in the hands of my quarterback and get it to a receiver real fast. I'm not running the ball here.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Vikings' 17-yard line. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And the return will stop it well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people. No errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing.
He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 35. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 47 yards. On first down, it's Cook. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard
line. Now. Off play action. They'll air this one out deep for Davis. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to run really, really well for the guys who threw it.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2nd and goal from the 1.
2nd and goal.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Minnesota.
Dalvin Cook saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Well, after their wild card round game last week, you and I said, wow, they played pretty well. Maybe they got a shot at keeping this one close. They've done more than keep this one close.
Yeah, they've made quite a statement, haven't they? And I don't know if it was the week off that hurt this defense, but they've been flat from the get-go, and that's always a coach's fear. Okay, you earn the open week, but you wonder how they'll respond with that extra time off.
And it seems like they've been running uphill all game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And several days ago, you and I talked with a couple of guys in the meetings about how big is home field advantage. And they kind of downplayed it a bit, but I think we're seeing here today, building up this lead, looks like they're going to win. Why home field advantage in the divisional round so important?
Yeah, they may have downplayed it, but we could also sense that it was important to them because nothing has to change. You don't have to uproot anything. Sometimes when you're going on the road, you may have to even leave early in order to get acclimated if it's going to be a tough environment against the team you're going to play. So being at home was a big deal, but now they know, at least they feel like it, they're moving on to the championship round. There's got to be no better feeling. They'll get that 24-hour rule in. Enjoy that before they look forward to the next opponent.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
They'll run on 1st down. Cook. Open space inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. 25 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win, but one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
At the 30-yard line.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
Taken down, and
that right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
He throws and he hits the slant right to Thomas. He's at the 50. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line.
That's good.
A big play for the Saints on 3rd down. 46 yards.
3-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down. West throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
The throw over the middle taken in, and inside the 20 before he's brought down. The catch and run there, good for 16 in the 1st.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
At the 11,
a gain of 6 there on 1st.
6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
To throw on second down. West toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Down and 4.
From the gun, West. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Operating from the gun, West. That's caught. It's Thomas. And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. From the gun, West. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Looking to go back to Thomas again, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
Operating from the gun, West. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. K'Lavon Chason bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far. And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Saints 10.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
34-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
2nd and 7.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. That one looks like he'll throw here. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards on the play. 1st down. Now the Vikings will continue on in these playoffs as we say so long, everybody. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hard-working crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden.
Revenge Tour. Revenge Tour complete. You gain 1 plus 1,500.
Boy, you the op and your bros hating. All of them fake, I see both faces. Scared of the whip, it's a ghost racing. I knock them down to their cold cases. Marathon run, I'ma slow pace it. They did not want me to go places. Foil plans like the gold place. And if we pulling up with the whole squad, are you ready? Done told y'all that you better be running. I'm in my go yard. When I walk in, I know y'all telling me nothing. I'm the man. Sucker if y'all in denial. I get the chip on them and I bust out the south side. Is that big of the guy? Stop it, quiet. If it's snow, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, white diamonds.
Work cut out for you. Green Bay enters the playoffs with a higher actor plus 20 deep throwing accuracy. for your opponent quarterback. It's showtime. Game goal, 300 yards passing.
Hey, couple of bands up in my pocket. I don't want pulse and wild nonsense. We got momentum, don't try to stop it. Diamonds are clearer than my conscience. I don't let bygones be bygones. That's when I'm honest. Penthouse building reach heaven's heights. Now that's what you call a God complex. Remember the days I was down low when it was out cold, but I went out and got it. Look at my milestones, man, it feel like the Dow Jones when you look at my pocket. Look at the flex. Whipping the Teslas. I'm a mess. It's all a finesse. Boy, you stop it quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my dreams.
Tonight, from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's the NFC Championship game.
That'll be taken about a yard deep, and this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here's the Viking offense making their way out, and they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
To throw it is Hall on first down. Incomplete on the deep ball. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
And he comes back with one complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
At the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
Off play action. Hall uncorks one for Davis. Man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A big play there for Minnesota. 46 yards. Now on first and goal, a chance to get a leg up in this NFC title game. Now Cook. And the Vikings are going to be set up with a first and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets them closer to the goal line with second down coming up. They try again with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points in the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And this carries into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by a first-round pick in the 2020 draft out of Utah State. This is Jordan Love.
Oh, good on out the fair Aaron Rodgers. My God.
Love and the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And right away, he'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
It's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there. And it's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 29.
Well, big plays have been a hallmark of this offense all season, so there was no reason to think that it wouldn't continue here in this title game. Obviously, the magnitude of the event, not getting to them early.
Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Cook comes with me every time.
12 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Well, they have to be loving this start to the 1st quarter.
Well, the way that they're going, I mean, you're about 2 touchdown drives already. They feel very confident and feel like they have all the answers in this game. They're 1 point away from going up 14-0. Maybe they press the advantage and go for 2.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. They'll need to come from behind if they want to play in 2 weeks as they trail early in this NFC Championship game. With a double coverage and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
They got to put Aaron Rodgers in, bro.
Skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
On 1st down, it's Cook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Packers.
Here's Hall looking to throw on 2nd down. And he fires one incomplete. The intended target there was Gabriel Davis. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
And 11.
Back to throw. Hall.
Too far.
In coverage and forcing a 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
The field goal is good. Makes the score Vikings 7.
So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Jordan Love and the Packers heading back out there. And he'll need to find a way to shrug off the opening drive, if you can even call it a drive. One play and an interception, so he's got to forget that.
I know that in today's football, we have a good number of coaches who don't look at time of possession the way that the old school guys did. But there's still a place for it. And I think that on this drive, after having thrown that interception, they're going to want to eat up a little bit more clock and run some offense and give their defense a little bit of a break.
$17-0 our score after one.
Score Vikings 17. Packers nothing.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Love going to give this one to Jones. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35.
Aaron Jones on
a 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
1st down, Packers.
Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And it's 2nd down.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
5-yard line.
Jones. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome?
Oh, I got terrible.
That's really true to you, because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. Point after, right down the middle. And a route is on here in this first half. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Now this offense about ready to take over again. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if finally kept having a rough patch, he said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. A big hitter to start the drive has them up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Tackle made there by the UCF man, Mike Hughes. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Working out of the gun. Love. The Vikings pick up the football. And they're going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Austin Hooper, the intended receiver, from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Cook following the penalty. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost getting into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
3rd down and 8 yards to go.
From the gun, Hall. This throw caught. It's 6. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Gabriel Davis with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as his guys continue to pour it on.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? And, you know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air, because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in the podcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And he'll bang that one through. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's polished off by a Viking score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out, as their drive will begin at the 25. The Vikings defense getting ready to go. And a big reason they have the lead right now, as we see on the screen, their 3 turnovers.
And how about the emotion now that the defensive team is generating for the entire team? Creating the turnovers, what they call takeaways, and turning those into points for their team. That's why they have the lead, and that's got to be exciting for those guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun. And the coverage terrific there, as that's knocked down and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, Love. And for the 3rd time here this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. And sort of a 2nd quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a 2nd one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the 2nd.
Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. And it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 10.
Operating from the gun. Hall. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now 4th down, they throw a deep ball, but it winds up to be incomplete. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on 4th, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much 4th downs were emphasized. You know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on 4th down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
28-yard gain.
That's good for 28 yards.
Green Bay.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Campbell making the catch. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
It's a
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
at the Vikings.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. escape the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the year.
It's caught inside the 25. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Off the play fake. Hall. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings offense continues to pour it on.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. Now he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has... Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
This is Jones. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
At the 43-yard line. A 4-yard pickup on the play. First down, Packers.
They'll run it with Jones. Jones breaking from the contact. There he goes left side. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big run there by Jones. Give him 55 yards on the ground. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
Now Love, and that's incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
3-yard line. Here's Jones. He'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this, let's try to get it in the end zone?
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should 4th down be any different? You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, Hall. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And this Viking offense is running away with this one. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at the big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep, and this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
At the 29-yard line.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
So we'll recount real quick. He had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
On 3rd down, Love. And now here's another interception. Picked off around the 41. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
They almost intercepted it. They haven't picked the ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
Yards to go.
Operating from the gun. Hall. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings capitalize on this short field as they take it in for 6.
On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a 1st down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the 1st down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT.
penalty as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts. Not in your favor. Run your offense out there. Put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2. But I'll be darned. They ended up getting that one, didn't they?
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up. Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
And it's 3rd down.
To throw on 3rd down. Love. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Intended for Paris Campbell.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
For Packers.
Fielded just inside the 20. One quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get... That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 68 yards. And this offense is running away with this one. Well, something about this team, you just felt like they were one of destiny all season long, and they made themselves today, as you can see, the class of the NFC.
Yeah, and it's starting to look more and more like a Super Bowl trip is very much in their future.
And the fans starting to book those tickets. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25.
The Packers offense now. They get ready to head back onto the field. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. First down, going to the air with Love. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Throwing again. Love. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 28. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. They run it again with Cook. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play leads to 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Dalvin Cook.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Gabriel Davis saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
But on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their backs really against the wall now. And we knew how tough it would be for them. You're coming on the road, NFC title game, crazy environment. And certainly just not looking good here in the 4th. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Throwing. Love. And the ball comes out. Love lost it. And the Vikings pick up the football. It's knocked out. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Not trying to get another point.
They're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Incomplete.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Love. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 40. Past the 20. 10.
Don't worry about it.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
I'm just wasting the time right now.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. He is knocking on the door for 100 yards in this ball game.
And it's so important. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal. Just short of it, a little bit over. A little bit over feels better to everyone. Offensive line, running back, team totals. Just something magical about breaking that barrier.
And he's right there on the doorstep now. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Love. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Love from the gun on 3rd down. It's caught. Jones. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Over the middle, hauled in by Campbell. And the Packers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down at will. They will throw again here with Jordan Love. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Love from the gun. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cook. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
And 3.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And a broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. They're going for Jefferson down. And this is caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team.
The onside kick recovered by...
That's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, sir.
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And the Vikings are going to the Super Bowl as we sign off here and say goodnight, everybody. And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Damn, I made 8 touchdowns. I thought I made more than that. Come on. That should have been at least 11, not 8. Or at least 15. Oh, I have to face the Browns in the Super Bowl? Ah. Jack it up. You got hands full with this smart and fast Psycho Cleveland. Always in the zone. Your X Factor starts on and stays on.
This is second nature, all is automatic.
Tonight, it's Madden NFL football. Super Bowl 61.
From the 6. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Vikings take over.
So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines, and defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Vikings. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. So a long play for our first points in the Super Bowl.
No doubt about it, and what we see here is something that we saw all year long from them. The ability to strike from anywhere on the field. How about the way they got it started in this one?
He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Here come the Browns on offense with Baker Mayfield, the former #1 overall pick, at quarterback. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. K'Lavon Chaisson just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
That's out to Chubb, complete.
Mayfield's pass.
They'll give him 8 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
From the gun, Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. This seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 44. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. And this may be a big early turning point in this Super Bowl. They're going to go for it on 4th down here. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Throwing to start the drive, but that went incomplete. The intended target there was Gabriel Davis, but it'll be 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down. Give to Cook out of the gun.
No gain.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it. And
this is caught inside the 15. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one good for 37 yards.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there, and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook and game plan for this one.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. They are, however, facing 4th down.
Score Vikings 7, Browns nothing.
And his kick is good.
The field goal is...
And the lead moves to 10-zip.
That's the score. Vikings 10, Browns nothing.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Their own 23-yard line.
2nd drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and...
Working out of the gun. Mayfield under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Daniil Hunter just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. 3rd and long for Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they're getting blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 30 yards.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Looking to throw. Hall. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Justin Jefferson, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And there was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
He's got it, and it's 17-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 24. And right away, he'll look to throw. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and...
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they, when they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown, and this one, they help force another incompletion.
His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Mayfield tosses one complete to Landry. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Mayfield on target to Landry for a Browns 1st down. Now, rather than risk anything, Mayfield here, he's going to call a timeout, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Mayfield with it once more. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played.
At their own 32-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
To Jefferson on the slant. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards on the play, first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
The intended target there was Gabriel Davis, and that'll bring up second down. To throw again, Hall. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. The intended target there was Gabriel Davis, and it's third down.
Greedy Williams on the coverage.
Now Hall to throw on third down. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Gabriel Davis, incomplete.
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe.
So the halftime show of the Super Bowl, abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And it hit it.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
A first down throw for Mayfield. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Daniil Hunter, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
It's now third down and 16.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And now the ball's out, fumbled near midfield. And this belongs to the Vikings.
Mayfield's pass complete.
There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in the meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time.
It's caught at the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Justin Jefferson with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Vikings. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind. because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Now the try here for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, but now it's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
Mayfield to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return.
1st and 10.
And now out comes Minnesota. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for
that was for Davison, bro. Why didn't he get there too quick?
The intended target there was Gabriel Davis. And now it's 2nd down.
Williams on the coverage.
Throwing again. Hall. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. That's going to be caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Now the try here for the point after. And the lead is now 24.
Good.
The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmaker. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down. To throw again. Hall. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now.
On the coverage.
From the gun, Hall. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up fourth down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The score, Vikings 34, Browns 7.
Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
Taken in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Taken down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got just pin their ears.
Now the ball comes loose, and the Vikings pick up the football. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time: completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
Third quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 22 yards there, a first down. Back to throw. Hall. And that'll be incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. And that'll bring up second down.
Greedy Williams on the coverage.
Now a run with Cook. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And finally down at the 9-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal. 9-yard line. Operating from the gun. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Hall now to throw on 2nd down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there, but now it's 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal.
Operating from the gun, Hall, and he can't quite pick it. No interceptions so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Makes the score Vikings 37, Browns 7.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive, 1st and 10. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
32-yard line.
Mayfield now. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere.
I need one more touchdown. That's what I need.
They've really been put through the
more
ringer
passing touchdown.
3rd and short yardage. Mayfield. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
1st down, Mayfield. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him.
Mayfield's pass.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 11.
Now Mayfield. Flushed out right. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And Mayfield again with the interception. His 3rd. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really
got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
They'll run for it with Cook. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. They'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. They'll give it to him up the middle. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
Well, they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And their Super Bowl hopes are dwindling here in the fourth. That AFC crown from 2 weeks ago starting to seem like a distant memory. And this one just has not gone as they had hoped. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Throwing, Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with...
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
That's a gain of 9. Brings up 3rd and
Mayfield looks to throw. And that will be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off. They start the drive with Cook. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 57 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Are the Super Bowl champions, and the Lombardi Trophy is going back to the land of 10,000 lakes. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.
Damn, they made more incompletions than I made 4 touchdowns. They only made 1 touchdown pass.
Hey yo, Nike check. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. I icy, water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All them all on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. They're like, hold up, wait a minute, like don't make sense, don't really get it. I'm steady getting to the chicken, that JT finger licking chicken. I mean, I'm getting to the good guap. Keep it racking my socks. Diamonds cost me a lot. Nike check up all of my socks. Hey yo, Nike check, t-shirt check, sneakers check, socks check, hoodie check, shorts check, Nike. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy, water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Watch me do it. All them all on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. Going up sky high while I'm rocking Air Force. And she just wanna ride, shorty bad and gorgeous. And she was rocking stripes, said it's alright. Then I cut her off, shorty stepped on my off-whites. Okay, now wait. Gotta get the bag and racks every day. Don't tell me to relax, I can't, I'ma say. Got a new Prestos and a chase in the way. Got a new bitch spots where they don't take time. Might pull up on a hop if it's talking too hot. And you wanna play ball, hit a 3-point shot. This my court, got a block on lock. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy, water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it.
Your final season was one heck of a ride, but it didn't start off like you expected, did it?
I knew my time in the NFL was closing, so I wanted to pass the torch and my knowledge to the next generation.
Prove yourself with a title.